Let's talk about the Seven of Pentacles and the Tarot. The person in here is growing a tree, okay? And anything that is growing or anything that's worth growing takes time. It can be years of growing, and depending on the weather, that can impact the growth of the plant as well. It's important to have faith that the seed that you planted is anything at all, right? There's something about the pentacles and this image that make me feel like it's a gift from spirit. You plant the seed, right? And once you decided to plant the seed, it wasn't just an act of you putting the seed in the garden. Yes, it's you put the seed in the garden, but then spirit, the divine, the earth came together and made sure that this seed was viable enough to grow into what you needed it to be. When you plant a seed, when you plant an idea, know that it's not just you working on this idea coming to life. It is beyond you, and it is beyond what you understand, because as you plant a seed, you're not watching the roots go down into the earth. You're not watching as the soil becomes fertile and feeds that plant into becoming what it needs, a sproutling. So spirit is asking us to have faith and believe that what you have planted is actually occurring and it is happening. As a gardener tends to your garden, it is up to you as well to tend to the garden of the vision, the idea that you have planted. I think a lot of us, because we're not seeing immediate growth right away or immediate bloom, the fruit's not here. We tend to move on to other things. The Seven of Pentacles wants us to know and understand that we are just a part of the maintenance and development of the seed as the divine is. We are just as responsible for the development of the seed as the divine is. And that's a gift, to be able to create life and to be a part of the creation of life, and the creation of your life and what it is that you're creating and that seed that you have sown. Ultimately, after the Seven of Pentacles and the 8 and the 9 is the 10, and that's harvest. That's time to harvest. So you're not as far as you think, but it could feel far. You could feel farther than you would like, because your faith in something larger, or your faith that something is actually happening, might feel small or non-existent at the time. And having blind faith is something very interesting, right? Especially as a gardener, it's like, how do you know that what you're gardening is gonna be anything? You as a gardener, you kind of just know, right? You're going by what you've seen done. So you could just kind of know that this seed is going to be a sunflower because it's a sunflower seed. It's a little bit different when we have an idea that we're sowing on our own, because all of our paths are different. So that seed might have grown into a different way for somebody else than it's going to grow for you. So it's important that you really trust in the happenings of life and where it is that you are growing at this time, and continue to tend to your garden. This could be a physical representation of you tending to yourself, investing in yourself, and whatever that looks like for you. And don't stop caring about yourself, and don't stop feeding yourself, whatever that means. You know what I mean? So I love that. Thank you so much. Spirit, for that message. I'm so grateful to have been able to receive that, especially after the video I just made. Oh my gosh, talking about how it feels so challenging to read cards. Thanks for being here. Bye.